incident light are opposite to the direction of incident light. So where these are, maybe the length you are measuring may be same, but are you measuring it in direction of incident light or against the direction of incident light? Based on that, magnitude may not change, but the direction differs. That the sign also changes. So in order to understand that, we should have sign conventions. Why we need to know that sign convention? Why it matters means, in light lesson or what related to the topic of optics, whatever you are learning, it depends on the direction of the incident light. Whether whatever the light rays are traveling, in which direction light rays are traveling, and in which direction you are measuring the length. Based on that, the magnitude may remain same, but the direction reverses, means the sign of the positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive, like that. So we need to understand the sign conventions of mirrors. In these sign conventions, we need to write the points, whatever we have. Along with me, listen and write also in notebook. The first sign convention will be, object should be always placed on the left side of the mirror. Object should be always placed on the left side of the mirror. Because whatever the sign conventions are explaining after that, based on all this, first one, if the object should be placed on the left side of the mirror, if you place it on the right side, and all these steps whatever now I am saying after that will goes wrong, because these are defined when the object is kept on the left side of the mirror. The first rule will be what? Object should be placed on the left side of the mirror. And number 2, the second will be, all the distances should be measured from the pole of the mirror. All the distances should be measured from the pole of the mirror. And if I take the third one, is the, all the distances measured to the left of the mirror are negative. And all the distances measured to the right of the mirror are positive. If you measure something to the left side of the mirror, those are negative. And if you measure any length to the right side of the mirror, which are positive. And if I say later on, the distances measured above the principal axis are positive. The distances measured below the principal axis are negative. That's 6 sign conventions will get. Then number 1, if I do one more time, if I say, object should be placed on the left side of the mirror. And the number 2 is, all the distances should be measured from the pole of the mirror. The next one is, the distances measured to the left of the mirror are negative. The next one, the distances measured on the right side of the mirror are positive. The fifth one, the distances measured above the principal axis are taken as positive. Last one, the distances measured below the principal axis are negative. Above the principal axis, whatever you measure, that will be positive. Below the principal axis, if you measure, that should be taken as negative. Suppose you got a height of the object. Object should be always kept on erect. Suppose I am an object, I will stand like this. If you want to measure my height, you will be measuring from foot to head. So this will become above. You are not going to measure downward. In that case, you need to take positive or negative, like that. It based on real image and virtual image, it matters. This sign convention, if you see figure wise, point wise, we'll discuss 6 points. I told you, na. And the fixed 6 points, if I say, concave mirror, principal axis, pole, this is focus, and if I take this as center of curvature, that object should be placed on the left side of the mirror. So that means, if I place the object here, the light rays will be traveling towards the mirror, means they will be traveling like this. So this will become the direction of incident light. And whatever the distances you measure, Object should be placed on left side. I told you, that's okay. And the second point I told you that all the distances should be measured from the pole of the mirror. Pole is here. That means whatever the distance you measure, you need to start it from the pole. Suppose you want to measure the focal length of this mirror. Focal length of this mirror. Then the first question, do you know what is focal length? Definition will be discussed. Distance between the pole and focus is known as focal length. The distance between the pole and focus means this one. This length. If I show you figurely, this is pole and this is focus of this concave mirror. Focal length will be what? The distance between the pole and focus. If you measure it with a scale, this length will be the focal length. For measuring this focal length, you should start measuring it from the pole to focus, not from focus to pole. Why, sir? The length remains same. The magnitude may be same, but the direction of light changes, you see. The object is here, light will be traveling in this direction. But if you are measuring it in this one, that will be opposite to the direction of the incident light. That should not happen. If you need to measure it in direction of the incident light, not against, or based on that, positive or negative depends. All the distances should be measured from the pole. That is the second sign convention. That you are measuring any length, the starting point should be pole. So whenever you are measuring the focal length, you should measure it from pole to focus, not from focus to pole. And that is because of the second sign convention. That means when you are measuring the starting point, you measure from pole to focus or focus to pole, the length remains same. 10 centimeters means it will be 10 centimeters only. It won't be like that. You are measuring from focus to pole, it is 10 means from pole to focus also it is 10 only. But if you measure from focus to pole, it becomes against the direction of incident light. How it means, you see, suppose I draw. This is the direction of incident light when an object is placed on the left side. This becomes the incident light. Now if you measure from here to here, you are measuring it from in the direction of incident light. But if you are measuring from pole to focus, that will become opposite to the direction of incident light. Based on that, that will become a left side distance. So focal length for the concave mirror will become negative. For this concave mirror, focal length will be negative. That means any concave mirror you take, its focal length will be always negative, because when we place the object is on left side of the mirror and you measure its focal length, you will be measuring its focal length from the pole to focus. That becomes left to the mirror. So you need to take that as negative. For concave mirror, focal length is negative. Even similarly, the radius of curvature also. Radius of curvature also I told you in the previous class. This length will be the radius of curvature. This also measured from pole to center of curvature. Pole to center of curvature, not from center of curvature to pole. So focal length and radius of curvature both will be negative for concave mirror. Is it matter, sir? Yes, it matters, because we need to solve the numericals when we move forward based on this focal length, radius of curvature and all the things. Object distance, image distance and all. So we need to know when you need to take as positive. In question you won't mention plus 15 centimeters focal length, minus 15 centimeters, you won't mention. Just you will mention the nature of the mirror over there. If in the question says focal length of a concave mirror is 15 centimeters, that means the focal length we need to take as minus 15 centimeters, not as plus 15 centimeters, because it is a left side distance for the concave mirror. In sign conventions, the first point I told, an object should be placed on the left side, this one. All the distances should be measured from the pole. That is the one point. Now distances measured above the principal axis. This is principal axis. Suppose this is object. If you are measuring anything above the principal axis, you need to take that as positive. Or if you are measuring anything below the principal axis, you need to take as negative, as per the sign convention. Here, first an object is kept. You are measuring the height of the object. How you will measure? From here to here you will be measuring. Bottom to head. So you will be measuring it like this. Height of the object you will be measuring in this way. So height of the object should be positive, because it is the distance measured above the principal axis for a virtual image. We know already, we have studied the nature of the real image and virtual image. You need to revise that. in between the days you need to revise the things whatever completed in the previous video. At least today you are getting a video means first you revise the old one, then you listen this, because these are in a sequence they are coming. I'm not directly to one topic won't come. If you know the real image and virtual image, then only you can understand the distances measured above the principal axis are positive means the virtual image. Distances measured below the principal axis are real image. First you should know what is real image and what is virtual image. If you won't revise that and if you won't read or you won't write, you will forget it. In these critical situations, you need to do that. In classroom, which we used to communicate, we used to ask questions. You need to give answers. Based on that, I will come to know whether you are reading it or not. Now it is on you. Self-study by using these videos. At least you can revise the class whatever the number of times you need. But maintain a notebook, write. The diagrams all you draw in your notebook with pencil on the plain side. Don't use pen for drawing the ray diagrams or figures. Use pencil and draw. So here the distances measured above the principal axis means height of the object. Height of the object is positive for the virtual image. If you measure below the principal axis, the height will be negative. That means for measuring the height of the virtual image, it is upward distance. For measuring the height of the real image will be below the principal axis. As per the sign conventions, the distances measured below the principal axis should be considered as negative. That means the height of the real image will be negative. So we can conclude here that height of the object is always positive. H means height of the object, I am saying. Height of the object always positive. Height of the image H dash, positive for virtual image, negative for real image. H dash will be height of the image. I'll write here for virtual image it is positive, for real image it is negative. If height of the image, height of the object, is it valid, sir? Yes, it is valid. We will get the formula in the next class regarding the object distance, image distance, focal length, height of the object and height of the image. We should be able to tell which one is positive, which one in the next video. Briefly we will revise this and we will go to the numericals based on the mirrors. So only one concept is left pending over